Hey guys, this is Annette with Annette's Astrology Corner, and this is your daily horoscope and energy reading for July 18th, which is Saturday. Woo! Let me tell you, babies, this is a spicy week. I think I have heartburn from this week. I mean, if I were to ingest this week, I would say that I would probably have gas and then extreme heartburn, and I would have to probably pop open my pants and have to lay there and fart for 20 years. I'm from all the spicy crap that's happened this week. That's if I were to ingest it, and I really honestly don't fart around people. I have this weird farting phobia. I'll tell you about some other time. I'm sure you don't need to hear about my farting phobia on a daily, but it is really funny. So, things I have. I am so Virgo, which is what we're going to be talking about today. So Virgo energy. That must have been why I started talking about Virgo, weird Virgo stuff. Okay, so Venus goes into Virgo today. I went into the monthlies about where Virgo is personally going to impact you. So if you don't know, if you really want to know how Virgo energy gets to you, listen to my monthly and you'll figure it all out. But it is going to be at 0 degrees. So it's kind of just sitting there stopping. It is just fresh. It's planting its seed about how it's going to affect your life. When Venus goes into Virgo energy, okay, that means that it is in its detriment. Venus doesn't like being in Virgo. When Venus goes into Virgo energy, love and money become about what others want. You think more on the line of, okay, if I go out there and I embark on that financial endeavor, will that benefit all? Venus energy is a benefic energy, but it wants to benefit itself. It wants to make itself feel good. It wants to feel pleasure. It wants to, it's very lavish. But when it's in Virgo, Virgo is very practical and realistic and very conservative. And so it doesn't want to be out there lavishing itself with what it needs. It wants you to, it only will give you what you want if you do something that enriches others' lives. So Venus will be benefic in this energy only if you are basing some of your decisions based on others. So this kind of makes Venus energy feel a little bit uncomfortable, and it can be very confusing, and it can be very difficult to know how to deal with this energy. Now, I want you to look at this point. I want you to remember this day. You should probably write down what you feel, what comes up within this Venus and Virgo transit, because you'll be revisiting it in October. So it's very, very important for you, if you want to know why you're going through what you're going through in October, this will be the catalyst to that energy. It'll start off a chain of events, which I've discussed in my monthlies, that we're not even going to be able to anticipate moving forward. Another amazing thing that's going on is that we have Jupiter in Leo. It's trining Uranus and Aries. So we do still have Saturn and Scorpio squaring off with Jupiter and Venus, but now we have the moon sitting all next cozy to them. So you are going to, anything that you emotionally desire, this is all about desire, passion, romance. It's almost like lust. It's almost like sexual, it's almost like that feeling that you get when you have sex and it just fires you up. You'll want that in this day because they're all sitting. So there's going to be this ballet of all these energies wanting to just, it's almost like, if you haven't been with somebody for a really long time, you're going to have this feeling like you need to have some physical desire in your life. You need to feel wanted. You need to You need to feel romantic with somebody, but you're going to have Saturn in here wearing off with it again and opposing it. And, you know, I don't know if it's because you're not doing something that you should be doing. Like maybe, you know, maybe if some of you have, you know, really nasty habit of being self-oriented and, you know, doing ego-based things, I think that Saturn may slap your hands and say, you know what, you don't get to go do that. That's not okay with me. Like we're still in school. You still have some things to learn. You still got some karmic issues you need to resolve. So Saturn still may be in that, but there's going to be a spicy meatball in today, and that's going to be that Jupiter and Leo energy trining Uranus. So this means whatever comes up today is going to come up in a big freaking huge way. Whatever comes up today is going to be very, very, very unexpected. And it could set controlling Saturn off and make Saturn go ballistic, because there may be a part of you that wants to control the opportunity that comes in today, but there's this strong, deep passion and desire for this. And so you're going to find this struggle today. And then you have Venus in Virgo, Venus going into Virgo, and when Venus goes into Virgo, and then it's going to go into retrograde, you're going to feel a desire to partner. You're going to feel a desire to partner with somebody based on practical and realistic values, right? But while it's sitting in here stationary, there's still a time where there's so much magnified at this point. That's why I think whatever happens today, write it down. Unexpected, you know, weird feelings, thoughts, write it down. This is going to set off a cascade of events that I don't think we're going to be totally able to completely freaking understand for a while here. We also have Uranus squaring off with the Sun, Mercury, and Mars at the same time. So a conversation could generate something completely unexpected that you didn't know. Okay, for instance, say you're best friends with somebody, right? And all of a sudden, a seemingly innocent conversation that you've had 100 times with that person could generate a romantic spark, and they could just all of a sudden kiss you, and it could take that relationship to the next level. And maybe you don't freaking want that. Maybe you want that relationship to stay at one particular level. Or maybe you know what? Maybe you were in a really comfortable living situation, and maybe your romantic partner decides, you know what, this needs to be a union, a really serious union. You know, this needs to be about marriage. Where are we going? Where are we going for the rest of our lives? Like, you could have conversations like that. That could be very unpleasant. Now, I'm sad to say that Neptune isn't in here saving the day like it has been the last few days. Neptune in Pisces is going to be opposing Venus in Leo, and then, you know, and then it's going to, about 2:30, it's going to move into Virgo energy. So there is no dreaming off this energy. You're going to be realistic. You know what? Neptune is backing away, saying, okay, Virgo, you know, Venus and Virgo energy, take over. You know, I got to stir my pot and do my magical fairy dust thing, but you know what? You got the table now. You got their attention. It's time for your turn to have your say, and you know how the universe is going to play out in your life. It's a hardcore day, but I still say whatever comes up, we don't know until October the way this is all going to play out. And I would go as far as to say, think about what happened the previous October, because there could be some pearls there that could maybe make you understand what all this unexpected energy was all about in the first place. I hope you have a fantastic day, although I know that you are not going to, or you are going to have one of those weird, unusual days where you're going to be like, what the hell just happened to my day? You're going to go home, you're going to lay down, you're going to be like, thank God I can be unconscious today, because that was a weird damn day. I love you, and I will talk to you tomorrow.